we are going. This will bring genocide. This must stop.
This will bring genocide. It will. This must stop.
Yes, Northern Uganda, I am back over the same issue, and you guess it, Balaalo question in Northern Uganda. I am not going to relent, and I'm not about to relent over these issues. But today, let us begin off with the history of scamming in this country. Uganda has witnessed some incidents of scammings that I want to give you some few examples. In 2014, we had the MTN mobile money scam in which 10 billion shillings was actually lost. That was one of the scams that was registered in Uganda in 2014. There is also a scam, the Tamangalaland deal involving NSSF and implicating Hamama Mbabazi, which since then he has refused to plead guilty over it. But that was a very big scam. It involved about 11 billion shillings, by the way. One of those scams. Then there is what we call the counterfeit ring. The counterfeit ring involved an American citizen, Ryan Goodsteson. He was actually producing currencies for Uganda, the Congolese franc, the Ghanaian cedis, and even euros. So those ones stands as one of the scams that the country witnessed. Don't forget the COVID-19, the 2022 incidents of Dr. Musenero, where the rats costed monies that we cannot tell in buying test rats. So those are scams that took place in this country that we need to appreciate. But ladies and gentlemen, this Balaalo issue in Northern Uganda has got to enter into history of the country as probably the greatest scam ever. The greatest scam ever in this country is the Balaalo question in Northern Uganda, in which some people stepped up claiming ownership of land individually and selling lands to Balaalos in hundreds of hectares, in thousands of hectares. That has got to be the biggest scam ever in this country. And I hear this Balaalo saying we are going to petition parliament, we're going to court because we bought our land legitimately, we bought it legally. But those guys were scammed. I don't know what government does to victims of scamming, especially when it is on an industrial scale like this one. I don't know what government does to victims of scam, but as it stands, these people have been scammed and we cannot do anything about it. They got scammed. Because land in Northern Uganda, in the provisions of the constitution, upon which the presidential directive acted, tells clear that Acholi land is owned communally. Communally means everyone owns the land. Okay? The one you're using remains yours. Okay? But the one vast belongs to everyone. So nobody comes single-handedly and begin to own those vast lands. And I think the Balaalos, it is high time you woke up and begin to question the people who sold to you land. Or these thugs masquerading as landowners. They are in an association. They are calling themselves landowners. After being in a cartel, a group of some few lawyers, a group of loggers, then there were these idle people in town who went there and started acting as middlemen, as brokers. Okay? These are people who sold to your land illegally, illicitly. And then after that now, they have formed themselves in association in the defense of the Balaalos, and they're calling themselves Landowners Association. I don't know how an association which is specifically for its members begin to have a say on a public domain, on a public, including a presidential directive. I see them masquerading and they are being paraded over national televisions to provide alternative views to these eviction issues, which I find it very, very legal. In fact, it is high time we question the legality of this association. You call yourself a landowner. How did you begin to own the land that was eventually sold? Some of them don't even have, on their own, they don't even have one garden. in the towns, before they had not even bought any land. But of course, after the scam deals, they are now moving in second-hand vehicles. They are parading themselves as tycoons, village tycoons, yes. But these are scammers. You Balaalos, you got scammed and you're a victim of, and I feel for you, you're a victim of scamming. But that does not amount to legality because there is no legitimacy in being scammed. If you are scammed, you become a victim of scamming. I don't know what happens to them. If government, the good government, feels that they are worthy being compensated, there you go, government. There you go, the Balaalos. But you're victims of scamming. You have been scammed on industrial scale. You don't hold any legitimacy over Acholi land whatsoever. There is no legitimacy. Don't waste your time to court. If anything you want to take to court, drag these purported landowners who are in the associations, drag them to court, let them explain to you how they actually own the land. These, by the way, you need to grab these people who call themselves landowners, you the Balaalos, go grab them, take them to court, let them pay you back before they start disappearing to Kenya, South Sudan. They will disappear from this country very soon. When these things become difficult, you will not see these landowners. A landowners association, an association of very few members trying to bring alternative views against the views of 99.9% of the people. And this is an association, it's not even a trade union. If it was a trade union, we would say you act on representation of the majority of the landowners. Virtually everyone in Acholi and northern Uganda is a landowner. Then an association of landowner comes to give alternative to the views of the 99.9% landowners. Now, which landowners should be considered? Okay, who should be understood in this case? So these guys have been scammed and they're victims, and we cannot give them. We have nothing to do. Okay, so these guys have been scammed. You guys should get yourself together and put the victims of scamming, I mean the people who scammed you, hold them accountable. Hold these people accountable because they've cheated you. So that is what I can say also now, but it stands that Balaalo must go. They must leave. They don't hold any legality over any land they acquired from scammers.